Good morning, folks. A little later in the morning than I usually want to start, but it's good to be here. I'm Tassinix. It is week 3, round 1 of season 19, 3 versus 3 Grand Arena Championship for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So, another interesting opponent to start off the week. GrΔru, the Shadow of Maw. So another Maw opponent. Over 800,000 lifetime banners. Just a very accomplished GAC player, right? So, yeah, good mods and everything. When I was looking them over, I mean, it's everything that you would expect for an account that's at the top end of the game. Good speed prioritizations. Nothing really jumped out to me about his roster when I was reviewing it, so I'll just do the brief skim over here, but I don't really think anything caught my eye. I'm always on the lookout for somebody that's doing something unique, off the beaten path, and you can usually see that in who they choose to gear up. Yeah, a guy who likes to make use of his Ayla here at R5. The Savage at R3, interesting choice. I wonder if that was done in anticipation of Maul. Which, I don't know, man. If you told me a month ago that the Dark Side GL to come was going to be Vader, I was going to say it just doesn't make sense. Like, who's the foil to Kenobi? You know, like who's Kenobi's biggest rival? And that's Maul. Now, if they're sticking to a very tight like Episode 3 theme here for these characters, then I guess it has to be Vader. Not wild about it. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I don't really think the game needs another Vader. I would rather see Maul actually be good. So that's my 2 cents on it. Anyway, yeah, I figured I would just Google what this name is. GrΔru. Apparently this is Slovak for thank you. So that's his name. His name is Thank You. Alright, let's have a look-see. Our opponent's already done his attacks, and we have a bit of latitude for how we can play. So yeah, he's sub 3,300, so we know we've got some drops in there, right? Let's have a look-see. Starting with top. So against Crew Kylo and Red, Poggle B1 Droideka, Grievous Magna and B2, Darth Revan BSF Marauder, and Nute Jango L3. He one-shotted all of these, so no issues there. Come down to the bottom front, and he one-shot Bamhan Chewie. That's a tough one. One-shot CLS Chewpio C3PO. Had a surprising drop. I think he was definitely surprised by this having happened to him. But Finn and the Vet brothers here. You got Vet Han, Vet Chewie. And this, you know, these, I just remodded these guys. So, you know, you've got a proper crit damage, crit chance set on the Chewie here, because he has mastery that gives him crit damage, crit chance, all of that. So you know, the mods feed into what he's meant for. And this one is an armor penetration mastery, right? So that's where you want to have offense and crit chance to do big hits, since he's not going to necessarily be critting a ton, but you want to give him as much crit as you can. So glad this one worked out. I don't want to say it was the modding that won it. I think he just probably picked something underwhelming. and got, surprised. Then Nest and the brothers, I like setting this one down. He did not fall for the ruse. One-shot that. And then JKL, Old Ben, and Shock T. So Shock T is super, super fast. And you probably got caught off guard by that. So 2 drops there in the front. We get to the back here. And he one-shot all of these. So Maul, Sidious, Dooku, Rex, Zaris 5s. I had Kuiil and IG-11 kind of left over, so I wanted to employ them somehow. I set down Boba, IG-11 Kuiil. Stormtrooper Han, Baze, and then very nasty Wampa. So again, he got through that without any problem. And then I put down Rey, R2, and Zaalbar. And, he saved the appropriate tools. He one-shot that, so no drops here on the back. Definitely lower banners. I was looking at... This guy did most of his attacks when I was sleeping here, so I really wasn't seeing, who he was fighting with the scores that were popping up on PrimeBot. But just looking at the scores, see a lot of like 49, 50, 50, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, like that. Like, not the very best banners. So that's great news. That means our defenses did really well for us. I scouted this guy pretty thoroughly, and I'm really happy with how the defense did. But my issue tends to be that I really focus on having this good defense, and then I find myself having to rack my brain for enough offense. So hopefully that's not the problem here today. Now we can take a look at fleets. So 1 drop here on Negotiator, doing the Lord's work. Note that the only 2 reinforcements that came out were my Clone Sergeant and Snips there. This time I set down 5s on the front. I bounced between a couple different Negotiator comps. But we see that it was... The battlefield condition was such that on the first reinforcement, if Plo Koon was warranted, he couldn't come out because Clone Sergeant will come out ahead. Always. And then by the time the second reinforcement came out, the condition did not exist for Plo to be called. And then the AI called Ahsoka, which I still think might have been a bad call, right? Plo Koon probably could have fixed whatever was wrong with the board at the time. But get a hold. It's tough to complain about that. And then Empire here on D. I keep toying around with the Empire comp. There's... What you're trying to do is have a comp that's resistant to malevolence. And that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking I'm really having to gear towards, which makes me want to experiment more with Chimera, right? Because if you do something like TIE Bomber, Imperial TIE Fighter, and Gauntlet for the opener, I think the order goes... the reinforcement order goes Palpatine, B-28, Vader. That's the downside, is that Vader comes out third, and having him as a third reinforcement feels bad. But you compensate for that because you're going to have all of the offense gained from the debuff. Well, see, because we're not going to have Tarkin lead in this scenario, we don't have really much of any kind of teeth at all, right? The idea behind the Chimera is that it would heal up and buy you time and get us to an ultimate. I think I'm going to test more with that. Because I really need to perfect this Empire defense as being anti-malevolence. And as for me in my house, malevolence is done on defense for me. I feel like you can set down the traditional malevolence. That's... Hyena. Oh, hey, Brainkill. See you there in the chat. I hear you. Everybody's got a job. No problem if you got to be quiet. That's fine. Okay, so I'll ruminate on fleet stuff later, but the idea here is that malevolence doesn't really have much of a place on defense anymore. It gets stomped by a couple things. If you set down the comp that has Vulture as the only reinforcement, that's just bait for Raddus to chew up. If you set down standard Malevolence, Hyena, Sunfac, and Vulture, and then you have Spy off the bench, and then with whatever reinforcements from that point. If you do that and have Spy off the bench, you have a good shot at popping one of their ships. But I still feel like you can pretty easily overcome this, and you can punish that. Like I would Empire counter with Tarkin against a Malevolence, a standard Malevolence, because if you lead with Gauntlet, TIE Fighter, and TIE Bomber, that's your most robust possible front line for that kind of encounter, right? You would have the opportunity for TIE Fighter to dodge, and that's going to hasten the coming of the end with the Chimera Ultimate. You'd have the extra defense from Gauntlet, and of course you just have your mainstay tank there with Imperial TIE Bomber. So I've got a couple things to think about fleet-wise. We'll see how we do if and or when we get there. All right, offensive review. So he's got Rey, Armor, Zaalbar. Okay, I don't think I've run into this comp before, but okay. GG, IPD, and Magna. So the IPD has the Zeta, and that Zeta means that if any of my guys got target lock on them, they can't gain buffs. So I kind of have to stew about this one. I'll take hot opinions here from the chat, but I was thinking about, you know how I like to Mon Mothma GG comps. Usually I run Cassian and K2. K2 is really not going to do much for us here, right? I'm thinking that we still have buff immunity from Cassian. So that means that we could use Cassian to get, well, yeah, I mean, if we have to hit the Magna Guard, and we'll be able to apply buff immunity to stop him from getting taunt back. Then we go straight after IPD, because you don't want to kill anyone else before IPD, because it'll trigger IPD to explode on you. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. There's a couple different ways to skin that cat. All right, then we got Hux, FOST, and Red. It's a classic. Got Gas, Ahsoka, Echo, and Dooku, B2, and Droideka. So this is his top wall. So he's got a GL and Gas here, and a couple of other decent teams besides. Bottom wall. So Fin Poe. Here's what's interesting. I typically troopers this, but I did some 3v3 remodding here, stole a little bit of mods from some trooper people, and the condition is such that I would not be able to go first in this matchup because this is a crazy bonkers, absurd fast Resistance Hero Fin. This young man is 352 speed. Holy crap. And I mean, decent offense and all that to boot. So we can't mess around with troopers on this because we don't have the speed to go first. Nute, Jango, B1, nothing crazy there. Seen it many times. Bam, Kuiil, IG-11. It's okay. CLS, Stormtrooper Han, and Chewpio. So you saw that I put down R2 with Rey. Oh, what's the final score of my last one? Absolution, we'll get to that last score. Give me a sec. What do I have on my sheet? That's why I write everything down. Yeah, against Rakea, my final score was 3-2-6-7. His was 3-2-8-0. So 13 banner difference. The gentleman closed me out. So that's 2-1 for the first 2 weeks of this month. Trying to pick up a sweep here, yeesh. I know there's other competitors out there that are, streaming GAC that are having worse runs than me, but never feels great when I'm trying to get a streak going, Let me get back to chat here. Okay, so against the CLS Stormtrooper Han and Chewpio thing, it's lost a lot of teeth by not having C-3PO. C-3PO would, give them a lot of exposed damage, hasten their cooldowns, and bring their specials back all that much more often. So a lot of offensive power is lost from that. And I make mention of that because my typical counter to the normal full team with C-3PO instead of Stormtrooper Han is Rey Jedi Training, BB-8, and R2. And I have R2 on defense with Rey this time, so I was thinking, well, can I JTR this? And I really think I can. I'm going to JTR, BB-8, and Stick Ray that and see how that goes. So, and then this Rex, Arc, and Fives thing, I saw that he set a couple different comps that I know that I could pretty safely Malak, and this is one of them. Oh, you having a rough time this month, Absolution? Getting piped out there? Alright, well, I'm going to get set up here. So because this is such a serious fight against this Fin Poe, you know, no games. Going straight in with the JKR on that. We don't really have the luxury to mess around. Okay, let's get back on down to my sheet. Yeah, I'll have to note up my defenses later here for reference, but yeah, JKR, Jolee, Grandmaster. That is what I had assigned. Yeah, sorry to hear you're having a rough month, Absolution. Alright, let's go. And begin. Okay. So he did that. I definitely... It would be better to probably turn swap here, right? Because he's full turn meter. Either way, I go ahead of... let's buff spread, and now you can go after him. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. You're already... Yeah, but if I push your turn meter back, then you say stay stunned longer. Right, we were almost there. Good, got him. Okay. Let's basic this, get turn meter. Okay, that's not great. Now we can slap. Now we can spread. So I kind of want him to die so I can resurrect him here. I can't really dispel any of this crap right now. There we go. That will actually do just fine. He's got a stun ability. We can go ahead and afford to try and land a stun. Alright, that didn't work the way I wanted, but now we can go right after him. Try and get some protection back. Oh yeah, that'll do just fine. Okay. So now we turn swap once more. We can slap here, spread once more, and go for the focus. Still going to try and basic here, pick up a little bit more banners, see if I can't do another... well, actually, that opportunity won't come, because we already have the special ability buff on JKR. So if I pass it here to someone else, there won't be enough time for it to come back around to him and give him some protection. So, best move I could do, I guess, would be to do this. We don't restore any kind of protection by doing that, so... If I basic, he'll retaliate. The retaliate won't really do anything. Yeah, see, yeah. Alright, 53, we can live with a 53. Okay, Nute, Jango, B1. So we're gonna do Geos against that. Last round, it kind of went rough. We were against a Relic 8. Jango was something like, I want to say borderline 14,000 offense at the start of battle with everything. So yeah, this is going to be a brawny boy too. Dang. What's the calculator have to say? 8838 times 1.5. So 13,257 damage at the start of battle. That's I mean it's pretty darn serious here. The only saving grace is that he is slow, 259. He'll gain speed from us having extortion. And that's kind of a balance that you have to think about when you're fighting Nute is, yes, if you keep extortion, you're giving them speed on you. But if you purge it, you're giving them offense. And if you have somebody like Jango who has, you know, he's going to do his fire sweep first, his flamethrower, and then after that he'll do the rocket on his second turn. So, yeah, I got to think about that. All right. Anyway, I like using Geos against this team because, specifically against the rocket, there's a chance that the second rocket can fork off onto Brute or to somebody that doesn't matter. I mean, you're doing a better job of spreading out the damage, and I prefer that. All right, GBA Soldier Spy off to the races. You know what, Absolution? If I had not checked the speed there, I would have been completely boned. So you're absolutely right that that was ended up being the right move. So you see that we have speed down here in a couple places. You're tempted to use the ability, the special here to purge that off from GBA, but you don't want to. You want to be able to purge off the fire here. Do this. Yeah, we have to have this guy completely punked down. All right. Now we have an opportunity. So here's what I'm saying. If I purge the extortion buff here, now I'm buffing Jango before he does his mega rocket, right? So we don't want that. We're gonna unfortunately take it on the chin. In that one regard. We should buff up here. Really need GBA to get his next turn. Okay, he basicked. That was very unexpected, but well, no, it's because he got the assist call from Nute. Never mind. So he's still yet to take that turn, and now I'm giving them the ability to lap me. Now I have to start taking these off, even though I don't want to, which is a kind of a bummer. And I can't do anything there. What do I want to do? We might lose GBA here, but having you gain health is kind of trivial before the rocket. Alright, we just lost Spy. Damn. Oh, what a mess. Alright, boys. We gotta clean this up the hard way now. Yep, okay. No. Didn't want to back out because we got the B1 down. So we're starting to chew into our margin, our safety margin. I really want to use something very low budget to take care of this, though. What about First Order? Oh, yeah, that's an option. I don't think I have them assigned anywhere. Okay. So Jango Rocket got Spy there. That really sucks. Hux? No, not Hux. We can't do that. Phasma. Phasma. FOST and Fox. I think this could work. Why would it have a problem working? So we know that he has Rocket when he comes back. So Rocket's the first thing that's going to happen. Rocket, we won't have all of that other crap going on, though. I'm willing to risk it. Let's see how this one goes, guys. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Stop that now. Alright. Now we back out. We'll back out on that one. It's better to drop a couple times against the same team than to have multiple drops. Let me circle back to this one after I handle the others, because I don't want to have any more errors there. Bam, Kuiil, IG-11. I'm just going to bounty hunter that. So we're going to Bossk, Greef, and Mando. Bossk lead gives us the defense, gives us the time that we need. Yeah, Absolution. Yeah, that's tough there against the Jango. I mean, that's something that I could have just traded, but you also run a similar risk with Traya just coming to get you. So I don't know. Okay, you gotta do that. You can be stunned, but I need to go after you to proc my contract, so off we go. Call him, because he does a double. We're getting somewhere. We have all these debuffs. What does this do? Protection. This'll... I think it's not a bad idea, but we really... I would prefer the basic right there for that reason. Okay. So now you go bye-bye. And now we start going after the others. So fortunately, no issues there. We'll save that heal for a little bit later. Let's just finish this guy. Yeah, I'm sure of that. Yeah. Not a bad time now. We'll do this. Basic. Alright, there we go. Mass up. Getting real close to that next pop. That's fine, we can mass here, it doesn't matter. Pow. 54. Okay. Against Rex Arc 5s, let's just Malak that. Our Lord Malak. Let me think about this here. Malak in this instance is modded for speed, so I don't have all the crit avoidance stuff. I am relying on the fact that he's still a pretty big boy, even when he's outside of his tenacity modding. He's still over 200,000 pool. Very fast, decent tenacity. Armor's kind of it's only 67. But that's what fear is for, right? So hopefully they'll get a lot of critical strikes, and being in relics as they are, I think that's pretty probable. Come and get me now. Mm-hmm. It's a damn shame. Yeah, why not? I'm not stuck behind anything. Just straight up missing people. That's always fun. Okay. Drain part 2. Electric Boogaloo. Oh no. Well, those fears are brutal, eh, guys? Dang shame about that. Okay. Woohoo! That was actually a pretty big hit there from Rex. Thankfully, he's gone. One more bonk. And for the 56. Slight compensation. Those couple of drops. Okay. So about this CLS thing. Yeah. So the downside is by not having R2, we don't have the control that we would normally have, right? We can use his smokescreen on his first turn to put himself and Rey under cover so that they have to go after BB-8, who not only has very high probability to dodge, because he almost always has foresight, but when he's attacked, he counterattacks. And he can call either Rey or the other resistance ally to assist him. So, you know, when I'm sitting here thinking, I still feel like this Rey is going to be the best way to go. Because I'll use this ability first to make sure that I have the foresight. So she doesn't have like really good mods or anything. These are lower tier mods that I made 6E so that they would be pilot mods. But it's a decent amount of offense yet. And the whole point here is that we're preserving the overall concept of the team, which is just massive foresight to get around all their damage, right? So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. All right, let's give this a roll. The good news is that BB-8 will make us go ahead of their otherwise pretty fast CLS. But the downside is, you know, my first move here, you have to choose who you want to CC. And the answer for us is going to end up being Chewpio. We're going to have to pound through this guy the old-fashioned way, though, which is a bummer. All right, but we can't allow him to do his sweep and all that mess. So this doesn't really have the chance to do any kind of stun. We don't really have any stun opportunity there either. So we're about to get stuck, right? I want to put as much hurt on him before we start getting stuck. Okay, so the next move here is going to be to sweep again with... Oh, yep, that's what we really super did not want. Because now he got a turn. So now we have to spend energy getting rid of this. Still have to go back and get this Chewpio, who is now a threat. Yeah, good lord. Big stick hit, please. Wiggles for days. Please call. Please kill. Okay, so we've got that at least out of the way. Yes, thank you for the dodge. Oh my god, thank you for the dodge. Okay, yeah, he can counter, so I gotta be careful about that. We'll get foresight up here. He'll not get off with the counter. That's a bummer. All right, now we shut him down. All right, we're getting back into the game here, guys. Got it. Whoo! A little rougher than I like, but it's going to plan. This BB-8, man, most tenacious little bugger. Whack, whack, whack. The elite dodge. Okay, done a couple of wiggles, another basic. We're actually going to get to pop off with illuminated. That almost never happens. Which is nice. I'll take it. All right, so we got by kind of cheap on that one. 51 will do. Little dicey there. Okay, so let's see here. Let me comment. So 2 drops, GBA, Soldier, Spy. And then you have Phasma, Fox, and FOST. And the reason that didn't work is Jango insta-gibbed Fox. Okay. So we're still going to have that painful leadership to deal with. Can you stun a damage immunity Jango? Could you stun him? I wonder if you can. If you can, I've got a couple ideas. I think we'll do this one. Armor, Bo-Katan, and Canderous. We'll have so much protection here. I think that'll buy us plenty of time. So, that's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. Yep, that's a bummer. Get this party started. Hey, look at you, Fancy. And your damage immunity's gone, so great time to dispel people, give them days. Can't do that, I'm afraid. Okay, you can stop with all that. So we had our cooldowns pushed back. I really do want to do the basic there and get the third stack of Beskar. We can dispel this here. Jesus, 3 of them. Too fast, too fast, too fast. Now they're lapping me. Vulnerable. Well, we got to get rid of this speed issue. And this thing where you're setting my cooldowns back is just killing me. You have got to be freaking kidding me. They're so fast. I mean, we can keep wiping on this all day. I'm fine to figure it out because we've already lost as much as we can lose on this one. So the question is just how many teams am I going to give up to it? Yeah, I mean, 318 isn't even stupid fast, but it's fast enough. Alright, I'm going to sisters this one, I think. So we've got them all at our disposal. Clearly we want Spirit. I'm thinking Asajj, Daka, Spirit. Asajj lead will give us the opportunity to remove turn meter, which seems pretty useful given our situation. Spirit and Daka can each stun. So that's what I'm thinking there. The downside, of course, is, Jango can still just murder somebody with his rocket. Alright, let's give it a go. Okay. Can we stun the damage immunity? The answer is yes. So, just as well. Of course you would dodge that. You dodged 2 attacks in a row, dude? Come on. Come on with all that. Alright. Now we have no choice but to keep trying to control Jango, who, I mean, just everybody apparently has the elite dodge hacks today, so that's great. See if we can't kill him. Okay. Great time to go for another stun. No stun. Rocket's about to pop out. Stun? Okay. Okay, one more stun. Oh, you just annihilated Daka out of existence. We really do have to keep trying to just kill him. Jeebus. That one's just a mess. I don't want to be caught off guard by something in the back. I really can't afford to have something valuable to me get lost. All the teams that I've burned here so far are things that I felt I could afford to lose. Troopers. Let's think about that. Imperial Trooper. We can do Veers, Piett, Dark. We know we'll... What can I do here? So they're dark side, so Admiral Piett lead won't help us much there. I have to think about what's going to happen here. I'll give this a go. Now we're starting to dig into teams that I'd rather not use. Still nothing, integral to the win, but I hate this thing so goddamn much. Okay, so now he's going to immediately... We have to do this. Okay. We get turn meter if we do this. After he takes his next move, he's vulnerable. Offense up for 2 turns. Seems decent. More turn meter for the team seems like the best call. Okay. The only chance we have of giving him any life back would be doing that. Got him. Alright, Nute's out of the way. Now we can worry about dispelling some of this. We'll basic here. Nothing really I can gain otherwise. Dispel those, and we have to basic here again. He's going to rocket somebody now. Oh, okay. Immunity off? Immunity off? Yes? No? Maybe so? Okay. Immunity off. We still have offense up, so let's go for the clobber. Go for the bigger clobber. Eh. Okay. Alright, 20 banners it is. So 4 drops. Let me edit my comment here so I can track the drops. It was Armor, Canderous, and Bo-Katan. And then, what was the other one that I just used that didn't work? Oh yeah, the sisters. That was Asajj, Daka, and Spirit. Yeah, that was rough. And we finally did clear it with Veers, Piett, and Dark. Alright. So that one was very, very bad. Alright, let's see what our patience has bought us. What do we got here in the bottom lane? Okay. So Slacker, Daka, Zombie. Yep, and this guy doesn't generally put 2 GLs on D, so he was trying to shake it up a bit for me too. So EP, BSF, and Sith Assassin. It's actually not a bad team, really. Dengar, Kara, and Nest. Glad we saved the Triumvirate for that. DR, HK, and Marauder. I'll have to check out the mods on those. And then you have, oh yeah, you have Mother Talzin Spirit Asajj. That's a classic. Okay. So let's do this top wall and then come back for the bottom. I don't want to be denied access to fleets. So let's go after this Rey. Thrawn and Hux. So Slacker, Hux, and Thrawn. Okay, off we go. Stun armor. Okay. Well, you can take mastery off of whoever we like. Might as well take it off the tank if you can choose. Trying to pop damage immunity on her ASAP. Already done. We can stun again here, because we really just never want her to take a turn if we can help it. We could save this to cap somebody off, but honestly I would rather just keep stacking Slacker. Let's do another swipe. Okay. Sayonara, Thrawn. We knew you so briefly. Not much benefit in not resetting him here. Okay, now we can double basic her here. That's fine. And we will ult here. Time to miss all that garbage. Okay. Stabity. 47. Okay. GG. Really got to think carefully about that one. I really don't want any more drops, so I'll come back to that one. This Hux one. I did have something special. Bastila, Ezra, and GK. I think we'll do just fine. You see all the turns that this guy just took? It's a little ridiculous. Let's go ahead and dispel that. And get us well, straight after the bad guy. We gotta get him. Alright, we have buffs, so we can mass. Got him. Alright, and now the hard part's done with. Still have our bonus max protection. We can call her. She will ability block, and he'll keep on smashing. We can just basic here, nothing. Well, we can. We're not going to have any debuffs from these guys, so putting up the retribution isn't actually a bad call here. It's ability block you, keep you from doing stuff. Basic. Stun there? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Threat abated. Perfect. Young man hits hard. Okay, 54 on that one. Okay, Gas, Echo, and Arc. I'm just going to mirror that. Well, not, not with Ahsoka, but with these two. This will do just fine. Because we are first. Okay, we both sit together. I got my days out, though. He's lower. Easy enough. Stop with all the healing, lady. It's awkward for him, but... Don't you dare. I'll be damned. Can't get a break. Now that's going to be tough. An R8 gas, but he's only at half health, so how to manage that? Pre-taunt is going to be the answer. Something Sith. EP, he's going to do a bunch of stuff. We have stun, we have shock, we have two sources of stun and shock. Yeah. What are the odds that we both all go down the same time that way? Because that's the problem, is you need to have the control there. So that was just a crapshoot. Not a lot you can really do about that one. Okay, so he's loaded. He's here for the business. I actually want to try and land that stun. Looks like we need to try and land yet another stun. We didn't get it that time. Now he's going to counter. We're going to be in trouble, I think. Here we go. Yeah, we better back out because he was at half health there. Okay. So, Colonel Stark will give us turn meter and buffs. Moff Gideon can do armor shred, control turn meter. Death Trooper's here because he can daze. So it may be better to drop Stark and add range here. EP, Sith Assassin, and Death. That's what failed here a second ago. Actually, we'll come back for that. Okay, basics. That sucks! That really sucks for me, dude. Can we get the days? Days would be huge here. Huh! Huh! People just getting wrecked by days. Can we do this? We're almost there! Okay, fine. Got it for 18. So 2 really terrible clears. Okay. Alright, Dooku, B2, and Droideka we'll just go after with Padme here. Keep that one simple. Okay, powerful incentive to go for the stun here. Yeah. Got nothing. Yeah, now he's got the buff immunity, which is not great. But now we have protection up, which helps. We basic that. Woo! Okay. Now you lose that stuff. Right? Man, you with all that's got to stop. Stun. Stun's good people. Huh. Alright, 51. Alright, now let's think carefully here on Mon Mothma. First, I want to check for any speed surprises. 239, very slow. Very highly probable to land his target lock, though. Okay. So, we bring Cassian, because we have this wonderful grenade, and we also have this basic. So the question is, who's the other one to bring? Now I could bring Kara, that's turn meter removal. K2 really doesn't do a lot for us here, I think. Okay. And then the other option I was thinking about was Hoth Rebel Scout, because that'll at least give us a whole bunch of turn meter, you would think. And then you have Stun, which is also pretty nice. Gain 100% turn meter on a crit. Yeah, that's actually probably the better call here. Let's run with it. Alright, straight after IPD. Roll out that grenade, no ability block, kind of a bummer. Okay, he's already dead, so hardest part of the fight's already done with now. Time to get to work. Tried to stun him, didn't go. Would have been nice though if it did. Gotta keep on healing my peoples. That's fine. We're expecting that we lose him. Got a lot of time to make this fight work for us. So, grenade again, no ability block on GrΔz. Womp womp. Okay, so that's it. That's as big and as mean as that's gonna get for us, so. No stun, kind of a bummer. Okay, time to do the res. Yeah. Grenade him. Upgrade. Yeah, just basic here. $54. Beautiful. All according to plan. It's nice. Got a couple 54s in there, you know, that helps mitigate like 18s and 20s, right? Like we broke even almost, yeah? So, that was gruesome. Alright, made it through. So we can't have any imperfections now. Okay. So this is the Vulture variant. We will Radis that. And then we will simply Malevolence the Chimera. And that will be fine. Okay. We'll come back for fleets. I need to think about this now. So, we can just see solo against this DR thing. Yeah. Slacker Daka Zombie. I have to look up about the JML comp I want to use for that. Okay, let's go take a look at this. Sort by Jedi. So, we could use ability block, we could use turn removal. You do have the convenient purge there from Plo Koon. But we don't really have any damage here. That's what I'm worried about. We can't afford this to drop, though. So I got to think about that one carefully. Let's go ahead and do this triumvirate one here that we know we're going to do. That one I have to really pause about. There can be no more mistakes. Sweet. Okay. We can do what here? You can stop from respawning if we do that to you. Let's do that. Jeez. No need to use the hit to restore protection here. It would be super neat if we could get an ability block on her. Yeah, that's fine. Always sweaty to go after my nihilists, man. They're just sweaty about it. Definitely do this move. And now we can try and gain a little protection back. That's fine. Slowing you down with a daze would be neat. Okay, you're still dazed. That's very good. That's very good. We should set we should set Nest cooldowns back, even though we're only one turn away from our good move. You don't want those problems. Okay. Threat condition off the table. Bonker out of existence. Sweet. Okay. And we put that protection up and then topped off Scion's protection there, so we would get that benefit. 52. Let me check about this real quick. .9. It's just so much damage. That's what I'm worried about. So putting in Stormtrooper and Royal Guard. See, the concern is that if it was just like DRBSF Malak, you're not worried about a lot of front-loaded damage onto the Emperor. I'm trying to think if this is crazy excessive, though. Because what I'll do off the bat is link DR and Marauder, right? So neither of them would be able to crit me. I think that can work. But I don't want to get surprised. And I can't afford any drops, so... So do I need 2, or can I just run with the 1? No, the 1 will be enough. So we'll do C Stormtrooper, just because I fear the damage from Marauder. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, this definitely feels like the right decision. Yeah. Okay, probably you die first would be best. Still no need for me to really use... Okay. I don't think we get the protection back right now because we have that. Yeah, I know you don't get your thing back, but that's fine. We can basic you into non-existence, which makes me feel a lot better. And now we can relink to drop the new shock that we just got, which gives us the chance to protection up there. Yeah, well, that was a big mean hit. Tell you what now. Okay, that's real nice. That is just real nice. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of damage to my one dude, so 54. You can't complain about that one too much. Okay, Mother Talzin Spirit Asajj. Thinking Vader, Watt, Shore. And against EP, BSF, and Sith Assassin. That's really kind of a puzzle right now. So that is actually a legit real worry there, what to do about that one. We have a Mother Talzin team. BSF, Sith Assassin. So it's the BSF that's the real problem there. She's the engine of destruction, so to speak. We gotta control them somehow. Yeah, I have this left, which isn't much. Gotta think carefully about this EP BSF thing. Let me go check about this. Check a couple resources. Okay. Let's think about Slacker. So, Ayla can heal people. 50% more damage. That's actually probably our best choice. Cover health. Stun. So, I think this is going to be our best option. Okay. Yeah. I don't think we have anything better to run with. Should go for the ability block off the get. Now we have to deal with this, so No reason to not put that out into the world immediately. Call you. Setting your cooldowns back would be a good move. But not right now, right? Because he's still got... I'll have another turn before he has another turn. So I might as well use this to try and hurt Daka, who I will not otherwise be able to hurt. Okay. Now he's done with that. So now it's a chance to set his cooldowns back while we're waiting. This is another one. Gotta go here. Gotta go here. He's still got his moves set back. Okay. Doing just fine. Another AoE, another ability block. Perfection. Daka safely, almost safely out of the way. I don't even know what that was. Okay, more slashing from him. Transform time. How do we want to do this? Let's big heal right here. Smash. Okay. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get him back some love. Do this. You can do this. Set him back. Big hit him. Set him back. Okay, 53. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Down to the final two. And it's going to be tough here. One of these I get to kill pretty easily, right? With Vader. And then I've got like mishmash to put together something else. So we've got Vader Watt, but now I've really got a puzzle on my hands thinking about this Mother Talzin thing. We have our own Mother Talzin. We could mirror. But they have a better Mother Talzin. That's the downside. Mother Talzin's Spirit Asajj is... What about... Hear me out on this, guys. Normally I like to fully clear all the squad zones before I go do fleet, but I need to know what I have to play with after I do fleets in terms of banners. So we have to go and see whether we can get those very high scores that we're looking for. GrΔz. Let's do this up. Good. Whew, it's a stressful morning, Absolution. Nah, it's afternoon. Okay, big hits. Taunt. Third. You're always wanting to use basics when you're using this fleet. Now we call out Cad Bane. We use him to call Houndstooth, who will now get rid of all of his buzzies. Okay, now we get the blind we anticipated. He's countering all that off. Okay, we use the special there even though it missed because it hastens the coming of the ultimate, right? My god, when is my ship gonna go? Thank you. Jeez. It was way harder than it needed to be. Alright, so we're gonna basic the other tank here to hopefully get a second breach on the field. We don't want to kill any ships here until Malevolence takes its next turn, which it's about to do. So I'm just going to lower Sunfac in anticipation of that. But now that Malevolence just used its ability there, and we didn't kill any ships, it didn't get to have the extra Vulture Droid. Now it's denied the extra assist. Right? And we're all nice and clean ourselves. Big hit here. 2 more turns until the end. Ray, come on in. Spin to win. Definitely double basic here. Let's get our breach back if we can. Okay. I do like dazing this one. Putting up another breach elsewhere is smart. We didn't get it on Spy. It's a bummer. Third. And ultimate. So we don't get to use Lando, but that's the, that's the price. We can go ahead and call Houndstooth, so he's done with his ability block. Do the big sweep, probably kills everybody. And that's it. 64. Alright, now against this one, we go standard. I very often don't get to another ship, but I don't want to risk it. Let me think here. Oh, I hear my toddler getting up here, guys. Give me a minute here. I'm gonna run an ad break and see about getting her set up. Back in a minute. Go downstairs and now you can. You're fine. Okay guys, I'm back. Got a bit of a crabby child here. Alright, let's see here. So if it's a one banner difference, I better give myself as much margin as I can. I say let's run that. Okay, so the object here, we don't want to hit the TIE fighter, so we don't do the AoE, even though we don't need to do any kind of cleansing. Hey, baby girl. So, if I... Young lady, my goodness. Young lady, you gotta let me finish this battle first. Okay, we're gonna try and go for the stun there. Alright, that works just as well. That's fine. So, we're in this wonderful stage with my toddler right now where every time we wake up from a nap, we want to be held for like 20 minutes. And it's super not great for me, actually. Thank God it wasn't a dodge. Okay. Nice big juicy heal of some kind, no doubt. Go after you. Keep going after you, after you. Again, I really don't want the AoE. Okay, that's done with. And now if he dodges, then, you know, there really wasn't a lot I could do about that. Okay, so far no dodging. Getting lucky on that. Okay, we made it out. Nobody dropped. So 65. Okay, now listen here, young lady. Now listen here. Give us some... Now you gotta stop that. Alright guys. Another 1 minute ad break I think is well in order. While I get this little one situated. Okay guys, let's be real quiet like. We have soothed the savage beast. Alright. So that's done with. Now, let's think about the others. She's super, super thick. Okay, so the upside there is that what they... she's huge health. And her health will be even larger under his leadership, right? 35% max health. So, what was that total on her? What are we looking at health-wise? Wow. How about that, guys? So, 109... Come on now. Calculator. 09044 times 1.3... Oh, was it 30 or 35? Anyway, it's 147,000 health in the worst case. That's a lot. That's a lot for like a non-GL character. Not really an impediment to Vader though, right? We could Vader this. Because this guy isn't built out terribly fast. We just don't want people to be taking turns on us, yeah? So he could get the stun. How are we going to make this work? So let's also take a look at the attributes of this sister. Okay, 292. Really fast. 9,000 damage. That's a lot of damage. She has like 18,000 offense whenever she has foresight. 241. Okay, so 271. Got that. And then plus 15 for each person that doesn't... See, that's something people don't think about. Is she gains plus 15 speed for each enemy without buffs. So if you're starting the battle without buffs, that's all figuring into her haste. And then of course the 30 from this lead. So yeah, very potent offense team. Gotta be careful about how I want to handle this one. So basically we have Vader and Watt and Shore. That is one team. Now I need something else to deal with this. So, do we have any other execute mechanics that we can use? So we have some kind of janky bounty hunter business. And then of course we have our own troopers, or not our own troopers, our own Mother Talzin. What do we have left in the troopers category? We don't have any leaders, right? Yeah, no leaderships. We have Jawas. Jawas could be used, but I don't think Jawas is gonna kill them all. Not quickly enough, anyway. Because with the amount of offense that they have with that Mother Talzin team, that's gonna cut right through those Jawas, even though there are 5. So there might be some kind of Rebels team I could cobble together, but let's think about how that works. You've got the TMR. Okay, and now we really are getting into the dregs. Okay. Oh boy, I really got to think this through. Okay, so 2882 plus 260, 3142, 3243 minus 3142 equals 101 divided by 2. I have to average a 51 on each of these. I gotta, yeah. So actually, hold on. That's 3... Yeah. So 101. So I do need to score 51 on each of those, yeah. Okay, I mean, that's not impossible, guys. This is clearly the tougher of the two teams, right? So if we go in with Vader, Watt, and Shore, tank tech to Vader, Vader into Merciless, target BSF when we Merciless, we crush onto Palpatine. No, wait. Yeah, we crush onto Sith Assassin. Then we murder Bastila with Saber Toss. And then basic EP, hopefully we stop him from, we land the ability block. So, okay, I think we've got that figured out for the EP. We have to do Vader, Watt, Shore. So now, really, guys, I'll take whatever advice I can get here, but this is a tough pickle, and it's an unbelievable ton of damage. Very well offense modded sisters. Pretty fast, too. Cleanest thing to deal with them would be Vader, too. So the question is, what can I comp together from this crap? How about Scoundrels? I see that we have Vandor. Is there some way to manipulate that? So we have Kira. Mission Vandor? How does that work? So they're certainly faster than us. I won't be able to stop any of their specials this way. We have a revive that we can abuse, and that's about it. Let me look at some bounty hunter leaderships. No. All enemies have minus 50% critical damage. We may be able to make use of this. %, crit chance. So, Dengar. This is a really difficult payout, right? Damage the healthiest enemy 10 times. Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like that would be too difficult. Let's think about this. Yeah, but then we would have nothing, right? How are you rated? Are you an attacker? Yeah, you are an attacker, so you would gain the offense. You could do an assist and maybe stun with that. Problem is that we're going to get outrun straight out the gate, yeah? 259, yeah, we're definitely going to get outrun. That means that Plague's going to go out, she's going to dispel us. Nobody can hide under stealth. I don't see why this works, so I think we should back off of this one. Even if I can outspeed, if I were to use Night Sisters here against that EP team, I still see bad times for us. Let me check Xerath's counter list. There might be a solution I'm yet overlooking. The question is, do I actually have the stuff to use that solution? Padme, yeah. We wouldn't have the damage to outrun them if we did sisters versus sisters. I need stuns. Stuns are ability blocks. Do you guys think we could Jawas against the Night Sisters? What do you guys think about that? They're gonna go so many times and hit me so hard. And realistically, I could do like Vader Watt against that that EP team, right? Because I'm gonna go. My Vader is by default faster than any of them, I think. Better double check that real quick, though. This would be the determinant for that. 312. So actually, I'm not faster. So that means that this would go off first. All debuffs from, and then Sith allies gain 12% turn meter, gain stealth and foresight, so gain 24% turn meter. Okay, 24. Now let me remember how to do the math for this. So 24, that means 76. So that's 254 divided by 0.76 makes her effectively 334. So that's a real problem with a super fast Sith assassin. So what does that mean? She's going to cast Fear. Fear is Fear. We would want to have. Oh man, but Vader's immune to Fear when he's in Merciless. Vader is 267, and he is going to gain turn meter. So divided by 0.85, he would be effectively 314. And then she gets a turn. And then she gets to go. And then the madness starts, because if she fears, and if the fear lands on Vader, we're in a tough spot. Vader will gain. Let's Vader will gain. How fast is Vader here? Should be like 267, I think, something like that. Okay, so 267 plus 16 for himself, and plus 8 if we bring along Shore, which seems like a solid call, divided by 0.85 equals 342. That means that we will actually still go ahead of BSF. So it seems like we really have to do this Vader thing. And it is going to need to bring along an Empire person. And it may as well be Shore. Doesn't hurt us to use Shore. Okay, guys. So it's Vader. Shore and Wat Tambor. For some of the marbles. All of the marbles is next round. Must weapon tech. Oh my god, we are a real deal super fast. Okay, now you go. Okay, so we target her, go into Merciless, okay. We crush onto you, and we only get one debuff out of the whole thing. This is not going to be enough damage to kill. So now we have to try and silence. We don't have a better option here. Gotta try and land the ability block. Same with him. Okay, he's out of existence. She goes for the stun. We go for the bonk. Here? No. Okay, should have done another ability block, seems. Okay, that's done with. Okay, so we're out of the woods here on this one. We got by. I would like for her to live long enough. Oh, 53 will have to do, I guess. Okay, 53. Uh-oh. What's the matter now, young lady? Let's see what's the matter. Come here. Come here. What's the matter? Yeah? Maybe you're hungry. Okay, guys, sorry for the AFK there. I'm telling you, wrangling a toddler, it's not an easy bit of business. Hoi, hoi, hoi. Alright, victory within sight. Let's double check my math. 3243. Well, hold on. 2935. plus 260. Okay. 3243 minus 3195. I need to get a 49 to win, guys. 49 means everyone lives, but no protection. That's what that means. And I don't know that we can do that, guys. Everyone lives with no protection? Now how am I going to pull that off? So Jawas? Where are you? So they all get to do their stuff. Nobody's going to have full health, though. They're all going to be plagued. Jeez. What do you guys think here? I mean, it's basically Jawas are like a real crap Night Sister mirror. I think it has to be this. We have to hope that they take so many turns that they explode themselves. They don't have any. The only revive mechanic that they have is doing a basic under Mother Talzin leadership, which is very likely. I mean, that could absolutely work to revive somebody that we do kill. So we're relying on them taking so many turns that they just die. Too fast for our guys to die first. I think this is pretty much our best option, actually. Who else do we got? Humor me. Nothing significant. Everything's going to be multiple attempts. So I think we might have to resign ourselves to not getting the win if this doesn't work, but we'll certainly have stuff to try and push for a full clear at least. Let's give it the old college try. Okay. Abilities. Crit. Revive. Apply a detonator. 45% turn meter seems mostly wasted for him, and it's kind of okay for him. Crit chance up seems like a good idea, though. Can't be a terrible idea. Chance to inflict offense down. That's gonna miss. Let's do offense down. I don't want to try and explode everything here. Call a random ally. Nebit gains taunt. Taunt is probably our best move. Yep. We wish you well, friend. Okay. So how about it, boys? Where's the boom boom? Oh, well, hey, that was actually almost pretty cool there. Alright, so we lost, but now we can multi-shot this, yeah? No need for any of that, friend. So 30 it is. Alright. We did not get the win today. That's unfortunate, man. 3225 to 3243. Bummer. So, let's think about this. The thing that really cost us the match was all the unnecessary drops on the Jango. Because we used a whole bunch of teams and we had options that we could have used to wipe out Night Sisters easily. So it cost us so much to get through this. We started off with Geos, which has won this battle for us several times before. And we just got unlucky. Jango rocketed Spy, and that's it. The real gas about it is Spy was under stealth at the time, so it was just complete RNG. Nothing you can do about that. But after that is when I was making a whole bunch of errors. Let me mark down how I ultimately clean that up. So, yeah, we also had problems with that gas, right? We had just too many drops. It's not typical that I have so many drops, but here we are. Comment. So it's 2 drops on gas, and that was with gas, Echo Arc. And the reason that happened is both of our gases ended up going down at the same time and coming up at the same time. And then it was just a duel from there. And he had one better smack than I did, and that's just as much as you need to lose the match. So a bit of bad luck with that, and with the Jango thing. But everything that came after it was my choice. So we went in with EP, Sith Assassin, and who? Death Trooper, that's right. Death Trooper didn't even get a chance to move. Insta-gibbed. And let's mark that red. And then we used Gideon, Death, and Range to finish that. Okay. Yeah, the EP BSF, that one was 53, and then that was a fail, and then I think that cleaned up for 30, right? Yeah, there's maybe. Okay. So let's think about this. Let's think about the other teams that I used there on the Nute. So GBA Soldier Spy went in with Phasma, Fox, and FOST. And immediately off the bat, Jango popped Fox. So no chance there. And he had Rocket at the start of the match, so he just looked at Fox and said, "You're done now." And that was our win condition, was Fox. So that didn't work. Then I went in with Armor, Canderous, and Bo-Katan, and yeah, I just think that was a bad team to use there. And then Asajj, Daka, Spirit. Yeah, even though we picked the team specifically for all the control it had, that one was actually unlucky. That Asajj had, both the Asajj and the Daka had their stuns from basic resisted multiple times by both Nute and Jango. And Spirit was able to land the stun on Jango, but what also happened was Nute got 2 dodges in a row from Asajj and Spirit. If they had landed, I think they both needed to land their attacks to make the kill, but had they landed their attacks, that would have pushed back his turn a little bit. I don't know that would have won it, but it was just ridiculous that he dodged 2 attacks in a row. Like, what is the dodge chance on him. Like, there's no special dodging ability on him, and there's nothing that lowers our accuracy. So that was exceptional. Just exceptional crap. So, okay, so as far as the bad ideas to have brought in, Armor, Canderous, and Bo-Katan were not good. Should not have brought that in against the Jango thing. Phasma, Fox, FOST, probably the same. I mean, you can't really do anything about Jango choosing to pop somebody with his rocket. So, had he not done that, had he popped either Phasma or Fox, I might have been able to make that work, but probably not. So, no, in the end, I think that was a mistake to bring in both of those teams. Because I ended up cleaning that up with what? Veers, Piett, and Dark. So let's think about that. I went through how many teams before deciding to do that and cleaning it easily? Well, it wasn't easy though, right? We kind of got lucky with that one because there was a couple times where Jango had the discretion to kill Piett and just didn't. So I guess that kind of worked out in the end for us, but what should I have brought against the Nute Jango in the first place? Let's think about that. So if I had done the Triumvirate, I wouldn't have had Triumvirate to deal with Nest. If I had to deal with Nest, I could have dealt with her with Plague, right? You could plague her into non-existence. So we could have Mother Talzined that. What other options might we have had? I mean, there's more. There's a couple different ways. We could have used that EP to deal with Nest, right? So it's like Dengar, Kara, Nest. So the downside of the Kara would be she does terrible things to Empire. So having EP there is not great. We could have done EP, Sith Assassin, and something else to deal with the Nest. So I think the decision to save the Triumvirate strictly to deal with Nest there, because that's what one of the options I was thinking of using earlier on this Nute Jango thing. Yeah. And since I know that you can debuff somebody with damage immunity, I could have ability blocked Jango, right? But not off the bat. We would have you'd have to isolate first to get L3 out of the way, which means it would be the second move, which does mill, and then we'll have Nihilus go. So that's going to set cooldowns back. I think that would have worked for us. I think Traya would have been the key. We would have had any number of other options, including the troopers, to get through the Night Sisters. So this one was very thoroughly on me. I got flustered when I saw that first loss with the Geos, and I need to stop and think. So if I drop to that in the future, I really need to think about using the Triumvirate. We did great on fleets, 64 and 65, so great scores. Our opponent put down Malevolence and Chimera, and it's no impediment to us. Front wall, aside from the Nute, went well. Top wall, aside from the gas drops, went well. Man, that sucks to finish that one with an 18. Yeah, I think against Mother Talzin, Spirit, and Asajj. Yeah, I would have had plenty of other things to get through that. Alright guys, well this one was a painful loss, lesson well learned. If it's our only loss of the week, as I hope it is, then we still have a path forward to Kyber. And again, that's the only thing I really care about is getting Kyber, getting my couple STHan mats. Alright, let's take a look and see who else is streaming. Send you guys off to somebody who's got something good going. Twitch. Okay. Okay, Galaxy of Heroes. And who's on? Okay. Yeah, Escape Podcast is on. Nev is on. Let's go ahead and have you guys go and raid him. Alright, so I need to click raid, set him up, and now I'm just going to do my outro here. So, hey, appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you learned something from my foibles, and we'll see you here in another couple days for Week 3, Round 2. I'm Tassinix. If you're catching this on YouTube, feel free to... I really appreciate your comments. Also, if you like and subscribe, that helps me a lot, and I'll take whatever I can get. Feels bad to be asking for people to sign on when I'm having a nasty drops, but it is what it is. All right, guys, take care and enjoy your day.